the most hotly sought-after coach in this hiring cycle. John Harbaugh has extreme interest from the New York Giants, from the Atlanta Falcons, from the Tennessee Titans, from the Cleveland Browns, and he is expected to start his visits this week.
Williams throwing, and it's caught for the touchdown by DJ Moore. The Bears win it in a crazy one.
Stafford going towards the end zone. Parkinson! What a catch! And a touchdown! It's dropped, and it's over. Jimmy Horn drops it, and the Rams survive.
In a shocking turn of events that nobody saw coming, the Carolina Panthers covered the 10.5-point spread with their loss to the Rams. So the sports books lose, bettors win. The part that's more shocking is that the Panthers had the clearest path to the Super Bowl of anybody. It was such a clear path. In order for the Panthers to make it to the Super Bowl, they committed to a 2-year con to suffer a losing record last season, held a seance to get Ohio State a national championship. They bribed Roger Goodell to give them the Jaguars to open the season, and made a deal with the devil to break up Jennifer Lopez's marriage. Okay, I'm kidding about J-Lo. A J-Lo divorce is just a part of being Jenny from the streets.
But when that cocktail of events has happened before, the Panthers made it to the Super Bowl both times.
This time around, the Panthers doubled down on their plan, hoping for back-to-back Super Bowls by making the playoffs with a losing record. So if Ohio State would have been better, and if the Panthers wouldn't have fallen to the Rams in the first round, they could have kept this obscure stat alive at least one more week. The Panthers' obscure stat dying is a good thing for the Seahawks, who are partially relying on an obscure stat of their own. The previous 2 times that the Seahawks won 13 games and there was a new pope, the Seahawks have reached the Super Bowl, which I think just means we know who God's favorite team is. Go Hawks. At least Seattle had to win some games for their scenario to work, though. Like, at least Seattle's scenario requires some quality football.
After reviewing the play, the quarterback threw a backward pass, which was recovered in the end zone by the offense, and a successful conversion.
Welcome to this surprise Sunday edition of the Seattle Mike Show, because now that the playoffs have begun, the consequences are real for both the teams playing in the postseason and the ones watching. Last week, the Ravens, Falcons, Dolphins, Raiders, Cardinals, and Browns all fired their head coaches after missing the postseason. Coming into Wild Card Weekend, there were several reports that Packers head coach Matt LeFluer was on the hot seat and could be let go with an early Packers exit from the postseason. LeFluer seems to be safe, as before the game, Ian Rappaport reported that the Packers front office was planning to enter talks with their head coach about a contract extension, regardless of the outcome of Bears versus Packers, which is good for Matt LeFluer, seeing how the Packers blew a 15-point lead in the fourth quarter to lose to the Bears. But LeFluer is reportedly safe. That doesn't mean everyone in the postseason is. I don't generally like firing head coaches of playoff teams. That would be like ending a huge hit show just 5 seasons in, despite good ratings and fans wanting it to continue. Having said that, if you have an MVP quarterback and a dominant regular season team and the support of an ownership group that's given you everything you've asked for, you need to get over the hump and at least reach a Super Bowl. 2 head coaches come to mind when I give that list. John Harbaugh, who, to be fair, did win a Super Bowl in 2012, and Sean McDermott, who's reached the AFC Championship twice since 2017 when he became the Buffalo Bills head coach, but was eliminated by the Chiefs both times. John Harbaugh was fired by the Ravens last week after going 8-9 this season and missing the playoffs. That's only his 3rd losing record and 6th missed postseason since becoming the Ravens head coach in 2008. Without a Super Bowl appearance since 2012, the Ravens made the decision it was time to move on, despite having the 14th most career wins as a head coach. Just because Harbaugh's time in Baltimore is up does not mean he's not the right fit for someone else. Possibly even a playoff team with a clear MVP candidate. No, I'm not talking about the Seahawks, guys, though our head coach is from the Harbaugh tree. The specific team I'm looking at is the Buffalo Bills. Yeah, they don't have a vacancy right now, but if the Bills were to lose to the Jaguars today, the Fire McDermott crowd gets pretty loud. And while firing a head coach after a playoff appearance isn't commonplace, we've all seen Stranger Things. All right, cards on the table. I actually never have seen that show. What I have seen is the Buffalo Bills continue to waste their Super Bowl window. The fact of the matter is that the Bills are running out of excuses. There's no Kansas City in the postseason this year. There's no Cincinnati in the postseason this year. The Bills have a quarterback that can beat anybody, but hasn't brought home the trophy yet. McDermott has been amazing in the regular season. He's 98-50 with just one losing record since he was hired in 2017. But he's 7-7 in the postseason. Harbaugh's 13-11. And while that's not much better, he has won the big game before. McDermott hasn't even made it. Which begs the question that Buffalo will have to answer if they lose. What do they need to do to get over the hump? Because if the Bills can't do it this year, then when are they going to? Next year, Mahomes and the Chiefs are probably reloaded and back in the postseason. If the Patriots really are all the way back, the Broncos, the Jaguars, good teams now. What are the Bills doing to get ahead and dominate those teams? Harbaugh represents an idea the Bills have been too conservative to try. Change the head coach. Another head coach still possibly on the hot seat, though not until Tuesday, is Mike Tomlin. Similar to Harbaugh, Mike Tomlin's won the Super Bowl. He's actually never had a losing record, but he also hasn't made it past the first round of the playoffs since 2017. Maybe it's time the Steelers made a change to get themselves out of head coach purgatory. Having said that, I do acknowledge that it's unlikely that the Bills or the Steelers' jobs are opening up this offseason. With that in mind, I did take it upon myself to list the most desirable head coaching positions for Harbaugh or anyone else who's highly sought after. Number 1, the Ravens. You know what's weird? I get the feeling like Harbaugh could win a lot of games with that team. I don't know, just something about Harbaugh and the Ravens just seems like a good fit. Number 2, the Giants. Look, they've got the quarterback, running back, star wide receiver, defensive line. They're, dare I say, ready to win now. Number 3, the Falcons. Assuming Arthur Blank, the owner, isn't married to Michael Penix Jr., the quarterback, which, seeing how surprised he was with the selection on draft night, I get the feeling he isn't. That job, there's a lot of good pieces in Atlanta, and they play in an easy division. Number 4, the Dolphins. Good weather, beautiful women, beaches, what's not to like? After number 4, the other jobs are so undesirable that I started to have to think outside of the box. So the 5th best head coaching opportunity for someone that wants to head coach next year, a fantasy football team in a league with all of your girlfriend's exes. In fact, maybe the winner of the league gets your girlfriend back, or maybe the loser of the league has to take your girlfriend back. I guess it depends on whether your girlfriend's a reward or a punishment. Number 6, University of North Carolina, but with Jordan Hudson as your general manager, which definitely is a punishment. Number 7, Titans, Raiders, or Cardinals jobs. Those are all miserable. And then number 8, the Cleveland Browns. That's all I've got for this surprise Sunday edition of the Seattle Mike Show. Please remember to like and subscribe. I'm Seattle Mike on the mic. I'll catch you guys next time.